Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now, welcome to the Teachers and Students podcast. This is hosted by the English Clinic right now. Today, I'm really happy we're starting this new project. Okay. My name is Teacher Cam. I'll be with you this morning. And this podcast will be hosted by two other really good friends. We'll be having guests along this podcast, which I hope lasts forever, you know. But without further ado, let's just uh, introduce them. Let's get to know our first guest, which is I'm sorry, our first host, which is teacher Neeson from Language Circle Project. What's up, Neeson? How you doing?
Language Circle Project in the house. Thank you so much for inviting me. My brother, my name is Teacher Nisan. No, my name is not Teacher Nisan. My name is Nisan. and I've been teaching English for almost 20 years. And I've been working side by side with Teacher Cam. We've worked together as employees, as owners, as coordinators, as creators. We've done a
As
lot together
entertainers.
as entertainers. Yep. So it's really an honor to be here with him starting this project. So I hope you like it. And it's all about you, the
All
students
right.
and the learners. All right.
Sure. All right. We'll have and our next host is gonna be Mr. Oscar Cruz.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, good.
From Specialty Language Training, Teacher Cam, and just like Nissan Teacher Nissan said, we really we're thankful, we're grateful for you inviting us, thinking about this. We obviously do go way back as well, us three, right? Took separate paths, but I believe when the endeavor for English teaching or English facilitating started, I think we all three started there, right? And
Sure.
I think this is a great project that you have here. It's a great idea that can really benefit a lot of people, not just in Mexico but worldwide. So I want to thank both of you guys for inviting us, and here we are today.
How long ago did we meet, though?
Oh, we met over 20 years ago, guys.
Right. Yeah. My
Yeah.
first teaching experience was with you guys.
Oh, that's gonna make me cry, man.
Don't go there. Don't go there. But yeah, it's kind of touching, remembering back in 2001 or two,
Exactly,
probably,
yeah.
huh?
2001, October 2001 is when I first started in this industry.
Neeson had hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He had long hair. He was a young kid. We were young too.
Black hair. Now I look like Santa,
Okay. Okay.
Mex-
There you
Mex-
go.
Experience,
Mexican
experience.
Santa.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. You already know, but I'm gonna tell people who don't know me a little bit about me, a little bit about my background, and then I invite you to do so as well. Okay, okay. Well, like I said, my name is Cam. Cambar is my full name. That's it. No more. Cambar. It's my full name, and teacher Cam for you guys. So I was born in Mexico City. I moved to Miami when I was really little, and then there I learned that I was watching movies, and I couldn't understand anything. So I said, well, if I'm gonna be this in this country, might as well just learn English. Miami's kind of special because it's kind of a bilingual community. Everybody speaks Spanish and English. So for that same reason, it was easy for me to adopt English because the same ideas, the same syntax used in English was used in Spanish, vice versa. So I listen to people speak weird Spanish, but that's the way they were thinking because they were thinking in English with Spanish words. So that made me catch English a little bit faster. Then I came back to Mexico a few years later, and then I met you guys. I became a teacher, and then I've been practicing, studying, improving, performing my English for all this time. I'm an English lover. I love the language. I think English makes you think easier, more practical. I think of course, I also speak Spanish, but I think Spanish makes you think more sublime. It makes you think more deeply into things, makes you analyze things more. I think Spanish is way more difficult, and my philosophy in life is English is the easiest language in the world. Then I teach English, and I love teaching it. I love seeing people become bilingual from zero to a lot,
Yeah, it's
hear
great.
that.
and I'm happy to be here now. We have you have the English Clinic page and YouTube channel. That's for basic people, and now we're starting I mean, not for basic people, for basic students. And now this is a new project we're starting, and I'm really glad you guys accepted the invitation. And today's our first day. We'll be learning how to do this better. I hope people can be commenting, like at least a good morning there, like here in the chat box, and tell us what you think. Any comments? Well, and that was it for me. So, teacher, listen, how do you learn English? What's your learning background?
I acquired it as not as a second language per se, but as a foreign language
Hmm.
because I never lived in the States or any other English speaking country. I just absorbed the culture through the media, movies and comic books and video games and everything that was, uh, you know, exposed, everything I was exposed to. And then I just kind of liked the language. I liked the structure, the simplicity of the structure, subject, verb, complement. It was easy. It was cool. Also, uh, uh, the the Hollywood influence, the global Hollywood influence, affected me deeply. So I
Sure.
was watching these movies and I was like, okay, there's something about this. There's this coolness about this culture, and it reflects in the language. So I want to do that. Like I want to speak like that. I want to communicate like that. So yeah, I had to study it, and by the time I got to practice it, I was already like 13, 12, 13 when I
Wow.
visited the States. And it was funny because I was trying to practice, and I was in Orlando, Florida, and I was in the stores like, how much is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles T-shirt?
We were trying. Yeah.
Yo, but people in stores were like, ¿cuánto cuesta la playera de las tortugas?
Yeah, you were
And
trying.
they be talking to me in Spanish, and I was not replying in Spanish because I wanted to practice. That was the whole point of me going there. So I'd be like,
Wow.
oh, okay, thank you. I'll take this one. So yeah, I mean, it's all about the attitude. Like there's this myth that a lot of people say, like, no, you have to live abroad to acquire this language. No, you don't.
It's good.
It's
Not
all
now.
it's all
Yeah.
about yeah, it's all about attitude, passion, and invest in time.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Thanks, Nathan. So, Oscar, tell us a little bit about you.
Sure thing, guys. Well, my full name is Oscar Cruz, and similar to Cambar or Teacher Cam's story, I grew up in the states in Texas, right? And obviously, when I first came back to Mexico City, because I was born in Mexico City, raised in Houston, Texas, and then came back 2001, 2002, and I started getting into the teaching industry, right? When you come back, you realize, okay, what's my skill set, right? What skill set do I have that I can exploit and make a career out of it? And I believe at that time, teaching was a booming industry. Teaching will continue to be a booming industry, and I started getting into teaching. Right, that's when I met both of you guys. And making a little quick point to what Nissan said. When I first met him, I thought he actually, had lived in the States, right? Because he had such a dominant control of the language, and I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? I knew Kembar had lived in the States, and then I was talking to Nissan, and he's like, no, he was like, I learned it here. I'm like, what? How is that possible, right? So definitely, at that time, I met a lot of people with a certain skill set. You guys had that dominant skill set, and then from there, we just start, I started teaching in different companies, started getting into different industries, right? The BPO industry, the ITO industry. I also got into the retail industry with First Cash Financial Services, a company that's a pawn shop, but they were expanding in Mexico. So I started going into a lot of the corporate and e-learning and continuous development background, and then recently I got into the IT industry, right, as account management, project management. So I sort of took a lot of the classroom experience that you first acquire, then I sort of applied it in real life corporate scenario, a corporate environment, and I think now you can I can sort of like bring that to the table as well, right? A little bit of both worlds. So that's sort of where we're at right now. And right now with with my current project, specialty language training, what we want to do is that focus on helping people go to that next level in a much more effective communication approach, business oriented type of thing. Young professionals, business owners, people in different industries, because I've been there, right? I've been in meetings where people don't know how to communicate effectively. It's a challenge. What do I do? How do I say it? And there are a lot of cases like Nissan, right, and other people that I know that it's possible, it's viable, it's doable. And when people see these cases, and both of you guys mentioned it, right, when you see people actually start from zero and go to a 7, 8, 9, just to give an example, and become effective communicators and people who are bilingual and understand both languages, I think that's where, regardless of the amount of money you can make, that's where you say, wow, I was able to contribute to that, right? And I think all three of us have those type of success stories. And I think this is
Sure.
a good project that is really going to help us, contribute to more successful stories. So, thanks for the invite.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for sharing. Hey, I want to tell people that is already logged in. Go ahead, and if you want to be part of this show, all you gotta do is log onto it, and you just gotta click on that link I just shared. By the way, use that chat box to send us a message. Tell us where you're from, who you are. We see the numbers, but we don't see faces. I want to see your comments there in the chat box, and I want to see your face here with us. So click on that link I'm sending you there, so you can be part of this broadcast and come in and talk to us a little bit about whatever you want, about life, about anything. Okay, so now let's get started, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna be reading. Well, let's talk about groups. Okay, now we're living in an age where you have so much access to English and to real English. You have so many tools. You don't even have to go to the country, to any other country, to speak the language as a native, or to learn the language. No, the language is already on your cell phone. You can be there, you can be anywhere in the world through your cell phone. So there are many groups on Facebook, on the internet, everywhere. There are many groups. I'm part of many of these groups, and I wanna read some publications, some posts, some memes there. And what do you think if we just go ahead and
Let's rock
try to
and roll.
read some of them? Okay, it says the first one was posted by I hope I'll be pronouncing it right. Uh, Dong Fan.
Duong
I think
fan.
I think that's how it is. Okay, this was posted in on Daily English Conversation group. Okay,
Okay.
on Facebook yesterday. Okay, so it says, "What is your dream when you were a kid?" Okay, is there a grammar mistake there? Do you detect anything wrong?
I
Not
I, I
really.
I
Okay.
see one.
What is it?
Well, I mean, it depends on the question structure, right? But if we're talking about the past, then I guess she would have to make sure she's structuring that subject verb agreement correctly, right? Or the tense.
Right? What was your dream when you were a kid? Okay, maybe we can answer that question ourselves. Okay, Oscar, what was your dream when you were a kid?
Well, it depends on, I mean, when you say kid, right? I guess we're assuming under 12 years old, right? So I'm assuming when I was a kid, I did dream a lot about becoming. I think it's probably a stereotype, but a lot of kids dream about this. But becoming a firefighter, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I really thought about that. I would see the fire trucks go by and the sirens and all the noises and how they reacted. And I remember back then the movie. I don't know if you remember the movie. I think it was called Backdraft with
Nope.
Patrick Swayze, I believe. It was about
Mm,
firefighters and all that. It was like in the early '80s,
I might have. Yeah.
late '80s, early '90s. So yeah, I actually, my dream back then was to become a firefighter. And at that time at the school I was in, we actually, I don't know if this probably did happen to you, Nissan. You probably experienced this as well here. They took us on a field trip to a fire station, right? So you're there and you get on the pole and obviously all these activities and you see, all the stereotypes, right? The dog, the fire engine, and the firefighters, and you hear the siren. So all that emotion, all that commotion attracted me. So I was like, hey, I'd like to become a firefighter, right? So when I was a kid, I think that's one of the dreams I had. But obviously, life goes on, things happen that are not planned, and I guess it didn't come out. But I would say
Really tough. Like it's one of the toughest jobs in the world.
extreme.
I had a student who had been a firefighter, and
Wow,
he said, "Whoa, when I was a firefighter, one day I had because you think like firefighters fight
pretty
fires,
stuff. Yeah.
that's it. They just fight fires, right? But no, they do all these different activities, and this guy said, well, one day he had this personality like very serious, very cold, and one day he said, well, one day there was a guy dead for 7 days in a bathtub. He had been dead in a bathtub for 7 days, and I had to put him in a bag. I mean, it's kind of grotesque.
Firefighter, that's kind
Of
of.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what they do.
there was like a fire. He showed up, and that
It
type
was
of.
an emergency,
Got it. Got
you
it.
know, and it was his job to do that, you know. So it was. I think, whoa, that's and different things that you go through, as a cop, as a firefighter. Okay, you Neeson, what is it?
You got me thinking of the body bag and stuff. That was a
And
bummer.
the gelatin, like,
Just say, well, when I was
Yeah,
a
I
kid,
mean,
I wanted to be a serial murderer, a serial killer.
what do you want it to be, bro?
that was not pretty. So I want to be a comic book artist.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I loved drawing, and I would love to create my own comic books. And I wasn't very original though. Like I was 7 or 8, and I would try to create characters from scratch, and I would end up just ripping off other characters. So I'd be a Batman, but it was not a bat. He was like it was like a weasel man or something. So I was never very
He was a
original.
man, but he was a man.
Yeah, but
Recently.
but I would take these notebooks and turn them into comic books, and I actually thought that I would end up being a comic book artist, but uh, as many passions, I just lost it and got interested in other stuff. But
Okay.
that was what I was.
Me,
Do you still draw, Nissan? You still like do your sketches and that type of stuff?
No, I can't stop drawing like probably like 16 years ago.
Okay.
okay,
So,
okay.
yeah, no, but because I took up music.
He
So
didn't even want to do the logo for the show.
Oh, come on,
I
man.
try. I suck. I mean, I tried I tried, took a piece of paper, and I was like, okay, so this is me and this is Cam, and I was like,
And he just copied the
no,
letter somewhere.
no, I was like,
You
I made the,
overthink.
and I was like, I made the right decision. This sucks.
Oh God.
And he
Well,
still charged you for it, Cam. It's not good.
I know, no, but it's not too late, bro. This is our first episode.
It's never too
Probably
late.
for the probably
Never.
for the 13th episode, he'll have it.
That's the whole point. Yeah, it's never too late.
That is
You
true.
know. Anyway, what I wanted to be when I was a kid, well, my dream was to be a singer. Yeah, both my parents were musicians, so I wanted to be a singer, and I dreamed of performing live and everything, you know. And when I became a teacher, well, it kind of it kind of was like, you
Yeah.
know, the same, you know. So you know, you in front of an audience, you know. So yeah, I kind of mixed my dreams, and then teaching became my performance, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to be a. Oh, I also wanted to be a cop, believe it or not. Yeah.
Why would you?
I don't know, man. I thought I
I know,
thought
I know.
I thought cops were
You're
were good
cool.
people. We're cool.
Like firefighters, I think it has to do with the culture. Because, for example,
Yeah.
here,
A good
like
point. Good point,
Latin
Ethan.
America, we don't really romanticize firefighters and cops
No, you think they're corrupt. I mean,
as much as in the
yeah,
states.
exactly. You think
Right?
corruption, and you think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good point that you bring up. I like your point a lot because what is that cultural influence, right? And that's
Right.
something we can definitely debate and talk about. I mean, how does that affect your psyche and another good point related to what you're saying is, for example, wrestling, right? Wrestling in
Sure.
Mexico. I mean, we can actually go and see the wrestling in Arena Mexico, and they actually really hit themselves. I mean, there is an artistry behind it, but it's a different type of wrestling, right? And wrestling in the States, it's totally show, totally drama. They're pumped with obviously steroids. We all know that, but it's two different things, two different cultures. And when you say, okay, who's a better wrestler then, right? The American wrestler or the Mexican wrestler? And
Right.
I think technically, obviously, it's always going to be the Mexican wrestler. I mean, most U.S. American wrestlers have come to Mexico to train or have talked about how Mexican wrestling techniques are definitely much more influential, right? And I think that's a good point that you said, Nissan. I just wanted to put it out there. That's the cop and the firefighter influence, and maybe the wrestler
And the
influence,
wrestler.
the rest of the cultural differences, right?
Sure, sure. That's what it is. Okay, let's go on and read the next. Oh, that's. Let's go ahead and read the next one. It says, let me read it. It says Indra Sari Sutris now. Okay,
Oh boy.
on
Okay.
daily English conversation. That was the group. Okay, never change and never give up. She says. Okay, it says hurt in private, steal in silence, shine in public. What do you think about that, guys?
I
Was
think
that heal and silence, right?
Oh yeah, I read steal.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
was
said heal. I'm like, hey, come
My
on, man.
criminal mind
And you
playing
wanted to
tricks
be
on
a
me.
cop? Come on.
it was a Freudian it was a Freudian slip right there.
That's why
Freudian
it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like steal in silence. Well,
you're unconscious,
uh,
bro.
yeah, man.
Betray you in front of everybody.
Hear you.
I became from a cop to a criminal.
Stealing in silence.
Okay, anyway, hurt in private, heal in silence, shine in public. What do you think about that, guys?
We'll let Nissan start this one.
All
Oh, well,
right.
I don't love the introduction because this is never change and never give up. Okay, I'll go with never give up but never change. Man, change is inevitable. I mean,
Right.
it's necessary. You have to change. Actually, I think the way you can manage to never give up is adapting and
True.
changing. So that would be a little contradictory for me.
All right. What do you think, Oscar?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I think the introduction sort of like has a different message behind what Indra wants to share. But I think with the actual message that she's actually putting there, right, with the picture, hurt in private, heal in silence, shine in public. I think those are processes that a lot of people can relate to, right? And when it comes to English learning, I think this happens to a lot of the students, or I've seen it happen to a lot of the students, right? They get frustrated when they probably don't acquire a certain level that is required of them, right? For either business or for pleasure or whatever. And people do get to tend frustrated, right? I mean, you guys have, had those type of cases where they're like, you know what? I don't want to learn anymore. I'm quitting. I can't learn. I can't pass this test. And I guess, it is a personal matter, but I'm trying to relate it to like the English clinic type of thing. So I mean, I think she has a good point. Maybe she could have
Okay.
modified the way she posted it, but it's got some good
O-
truth in it.
Okay. Okay. Hey guys, there, watching us on YouTube and Facebook. There's the code I'm sending. I already sent. That's the post right here. This is the one. And if you click on it, you can come to like and be part of us. You can come in the streaming and be part of us and tell us your opinion and practice your English a little bit too. That'll be the point of this podcast. Us talking, you listening, and you talking and us listening. Okay, so you can come in and talk to us and express yourselves. Okay, now what I think is hurt in private, yeah, because I think it's kind of toxic to be in public. So yeah, I completely agree on that first sentence. Hurt in private, heal in silence. I don't know. I don't really agree on that. That's not the way I personally work. I like to heal in public, so I get feedback and I get some energy because sometimes healing comes from energy from other people. So what I think is that probably sometimes you need to heal in public because they will see you and they say, hey, you can do it. Of course you need to be strong regardless, you know because yeah, if you're hurt, probably people want to hurt you even more. But I think sometimes it works for me to heal in public and tell them my problem, so I can get some feedback, and that heals me. I don't know, maybe I'm not making any sense, but I think
No,
that's how I feel. And sometimes I shine in private. Sometimes I like to
yeah.
shine in private. Like for example, in my case, with my family, with my girls and everything, I don't even post any of these like pictures or anything. I just take pictures with my eyes, and I think I'm shining because I'm happy, but I'm not letting anybody know about that. I mean, if they see it, it's all right. But I don't want to tell people that, yeah, I made it, I'm happy. No, I don't. So I might agree, I might not. You know. Anyway,
50-50.
50-50. Okay, there you go, guys. If you want to comment, do so now. It'll be really enriching for this class. Let's go on for the next one. It says it's okay. It's bro. I couldn't even pronounce this. Pringle. I would say
Don't even
Pringle.
try. I wouldn't even try.
How you say that last name? Rachput.
Rajput. Yeah,
Rachput.
Rajput, I
Okay,
guess.
on daily English conversation. Okay, is this girl? I don't know if that's the guy or the girl that posted. You know, but anyway, he says, "I laugh with many, but don't trust any."
Oh, man.
Harsh.
What do you? I'll start. I think that's hypocrisy. I'm sorry.
Straight to the point. Yeah, no beating around the bush.
Telling it like it is.
No, I'm saying like if you laugh with many, hey, but really, I'm just smiling. I'm just laughing, but I'm not showing my real feeling. I don't know. That's
keep,
what I
keep,
think.
keeping it real.
Yeah.
We were just keeping it real back then.
You guys, what do you think? Yeah.
I have to agree with you. Yeah.
uh,
I mean, it depends on what kind of laughter we're talking about. Like, if your perception of the world is like it's there for your entertainment, then yeah, I mean, you can isolate social relationships with the way you see the world. But I think you have a strong point.
okay, that's Edgar Cortina. It says that's a Tupac Shakur's quote. Our first comment.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
in the
neither did
history of this
I. I
podcast,
guess. I guess.
Edgar.
How did we
That,
miss that?
yeah. Thank you, Edgar.
Bogotá.
How did we miss that?
Come on. I mean, that's
How,
that's a show
Oh,
for that's a show we have to discuss next time. You know, the influence of hip hop and R&B. Come on, at Cambar, you're an expert in this area here.
sure, man. I don't even. Whoa, Edgar. What's the song? Huh, huh, huh.
Oh, okay. You're turning
What's the
it back
song?
on Edgar. Okay, all right.
Okay, Edgar. What's the song? All right. Okay, let's go on for the next one. Thanks for commenting. If you want to come in, now is the time. Okay, it says Miriam. Oh, Miriam. Oh, Chowdhury.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the way you would pronounce it. It's on daily English conversation too. Okay, teachers in normal classes. Look at Oscar. Look at him.
No, I wish, man.
Look at him. Stop
Stop.
talking
Stop
and look at
talking.
Neeson. Teachers now.
Yo.
Please, guys, say something. What does that mean?
Oh, come
Oh
on,
man,
man.
that means times have changed, man. I mean, times have really changed, right? Especially, I think this pandemic has really just made us obviously much more focused on digital online trading, right? God, it's just sort of like a conundrum there, you know. I mean, I think we've all had classrooms where they're like, okay, take a pause, take a chill pill, but now it's like we just want everyone to collaborate and participate, right? So, we can talk about this in different perspectives, but I guess
That,
times have changed.
well, that's what I why I love teaching online classes. Standing up, like now, I'm moving.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
keeping it
that.
active. Because if I sit down, yeah, that might happen. Of course, I mean circulation will just go down, and then if you start looking so attentively to the screen, to the monitor, yeah, you'll be, no. But I try to dance, you know, keep it moving. That's what
Take
it
it,
is.
man. James Brown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It says Edgar. It says I think it means that you get along. Oh, the previous one. I think it means that you get along with many, but you don't really trust all. Sure,
I like
sure.
it. I
Yeah, I
like
mean,
the opinion.
is it okay to give him a shout out, Cam? Edgar is a teacher I actually work with, man, and I really want to thank him for participating here today.
Edgar, what's up, bro? Send you a big
Yeah,
hug.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Maybe we can invite him to come on board, man, because he grew up in California as well, and he's got that West Coast.
That's why the knowledge on Tupac and anything.
I guess so, but
Okay.
he better be careful, right? Because them West Coast boys, they don't really like that Tupac, man. He might
Ooh,
have a little issue there with some of his buddies.
Charito, my student. Man, send you a big hug, Charito.
Awesome,
Thanks
awesome.
for participating too. Congratulations on your new project. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, I
Kudos,
hope
bud.
you like it. I hope you can tune in all Fridays at 10 a.m. We'll be here, having fun, waiting for people who have some extra time. If you want to practice your English, you can come in and tell us about life. Okay, it says Jonathan Lopez, aprender inglés. That's
Oh,
why.
you can pronounce that, huh?
Yeah, it's quite easy. You know, look, look. Okay, that's damn. Did you stay up late last night? Neeson, I mean me. No.
Can you tell, man? Can you tell? My bad.
I know, bro.
That's just a meme, though. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go on for Jude Matthews, grammar English learning on Facebook. Okay. Oh, let's get technical here. Probably this question goes for Neeson, the expert.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, Neeson, explain. We have A, yet, B, already, to hear from him. Why?
Well, the answer is yet, but I would not be the best to explain this.
Oh, of
Yes, you
course you
will.
will. Come on, come on. You're quite the grammarian, if I recall.
Sure.
But we all got our
Our hearts? Yes, of course.
soft spots, and this
Okay.
yet already and this yet an already thing is not my strongest.
We have yet, or we have already to hear. Already is when it happened. and
It's
yet is
concluded.
when it
Yeah.
hasn't happened.
Well,
You know?
we're yet to hear Nissan's explanation.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. So yet is when it hasn't happened yet, and already is when it already happened. Okay, there you go. So that's what it is. Well, at least you knew the answer. Mohammed or Mohammed. How you say that? Mohammed or Mohammed?
Muhammad.
All right,
No, I would say
Ratul.
Muhammad. Ratul.
Okay, okay. English speaking partners.
Hey,
That's a good group though.
that's a good group, man. You recommend I join that one?
Yes, I do. You
All right.
know, I mean, most of them that I've been showing here are good groups for
Okay.
people to practice. So
Good.
intermediate and advanced, though, you know, they are both great fashion designers, but Fernando Morelli's designs are easily A, B, C, or D. Guys, there you can comment too.
The
You know,
funkiest, the most funky, the funkiest, the funkier. Wow, man. I would say the superlative probably.
sure.
We can do the number the syllable rule,
Which
and
is
but then we just have to check out if it's not an exception. The rule would be after two syllables, you have to use the most, but funky is just two syllables.
sure.
So we should use a suffix unless it's an exception.
You see, and he says he's not a grammarian, man.
Look, he is.
Yeah, he is, man. He should
But exception, like language is arbitrary.
100%.
So
Sure.
some exceptions are difficult to spot.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure if funky is an exception. So I would just use a rule, and I'd be like, okay, so funky is two syllables, so you add the suffix.
The most funky.
The most funky, sure. That would be the answer. However, in
No,
real
well,
life,
I would say the funkiest.
I
exactly,
would say the funkiest, 100%. Yeah.
exactly. On in non-standard English, yes, of course, it sounds better. The funkiest, you know. However, following the rule is the most funky. Exactly, because it's two syllables, and it's not an exception because it's not a participle or a gerund. So no. So I think that's the right answer. Okay.
Correct.
Anyway, we still got one more. Okay. I don't know about this, Luis Alfonso. I don't know. I think it's kind of tricky. I think your selecciona la palabra, choose the word with a different sound, and
Oh,
then
we're
he goes,
into vowel sounds now, huh?
and then he goes for A, B, C, or D. It says A, life, B, mine,
Mm,
and then C. There's where I have where it's tricky because C could be live
or live.
or live. No.
Yeah.
So how do you know? So and D is ride. So what would you say
There's
to?
no way. There's no way to know. I mean, if because you got life is a noun, mine is a possessive adjective, and then live, is it the verb or is it the adjective live?
Yeah, we're going live.
We don't know. And right is a verb, so I think the way to know it'd be easy to know if they were all the same part of speech. If they were all nouns or
Oh,
if
yeah.
all verbs, then you
Then
could
you can choose.
Hey guys, I think we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So it's the funkiest. No, the funkiest would be the one because it's two syllables.
Yeah, you were probably adding an extra syllable there in your mind, but it's
Yeah, in your stupid mind, you can say that. Don't worry, I don't get
fun-
mad.
funky.
Hey,
Two syllables.
why'd you go back? What happened there? I lost you.
Because we got lost and we said the most funky. Of course not. Is the funkiest.
The
Because it's two syllables.
Group.
Like smart, the smartest. It's two syllables.
Yeah, the smartest.
One and two syllables follow the rule of the and est.
Okay.
And this follows the rule completely. However, the only mistake would be of
Funky.
not.
That's not even a word, right?
Yeah, no, with y. No,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be with Y. It
that
should be
sounds
with
like
I.
some weird disease, man.
So yeah,
What do you
Mohammed.
have? Oh, I got funkiest right now. I got
No,
the funkiest, man. I got funkiest 19.
so we got mixed up. We got mixed up.
All right, all
Anyway,
right.
we were there with the different sound. So this is kind of tricky, no? Because
Tricky.
live and life, the same word has two different pronunciations, right? So it's live and life. So if we take this as live, well, it would be the same: life, mine, live, and ride.
Right. Yeah.
However, if we
Long.
take this as live, then C would be different. Okay, English chevede. There you go.
Well, I guess that's what he wanted to do, right? He sort of wanted to create some kind of, which one is it? What word is it? And obviously, for a beginner or even an intermediate, it might be a little challenging, right?
Sure. It would hey, I don't get it. Anyway, so now we're gonna go and we have a video. We want to watch this video, and
Okay.
then we'll talk about it, and that'll be the last activity we're gonna do today. So cheers. I'm drinking water. Should drink a lot of water. What
All
are you
right.
drinking? Tea?
Hey, there were no restrictions on what we could drink, so cheers. You
Not
never
at all.
said,
Ask
you never
Neeson.
said anything, man.
Okay, so we're gonna go on for this video. It's a
Okay.
short film, really, really touching, and we'll talk about it. Okay, he says some people see weeds, others see wishes. Let's go. All right, man. Don't be crying. Don't be shedding
Oh,
no tears.
man, I got something in my eye, man. I got something in my eye.
Hey, do you hear the audio? Was the audio on?
Yeah, it's good.
Ah, there you go. There you go. All right. So, what you guys think? What was it about? How, how can you explain? What's your interpretation? Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. Don't worry about it.
No, yeah.
Oh, Nissan wants to talk, but he's on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute. I guess he forgot. There you go.
I might have gotten a little distracted because by the end, I don't know where these other flowers
Came
came
from.
from.
Yeah.
What from the Poland? No, from
Right.
the
All right, there was Poland going on.
he was when he died. You can see the poof like going like like man, you weren't paying attention. That's why.
So
Man.
is this some sort of
All right, don't get Cambar angry, man. Come on.
dust?
You get me mad, bro.
What's the line from the Bible? Like from
Oh,
dust we came,
oh, okay.
and
We're getting biblical now.
to dust will return.
Yeah.
To dust we
Honest.
will return. Is it
Yeah,
some
something
sort of
like that.
Yeah, something like that.
a return to the source? The circle of life, Elton
Man, I
John.
couldn't even
Oh,
play it
man,
back, but
that's the Lion King.
that's a lot.
Oh, look at you! Was it something like that?
Yeah.
I probably missed a couple of
Cambar
things.
angry, man. We're with you, Cambar. We're following you, man.
Look,
We're with
look. Can you see
Ah, okay. Yeah, the seeds.
the seeds, like the pollen going on, then and
All
then
right.
it lands on the grass, and then tomorrow with the new sun,
you. It grows.
it grows.
So he's spreading his love, man. He's spreading his love.
Exactly, exactly. He's spreading life through effort. You know?
Now, through his, does he? Okay, you're gonna hate me here, but like, did he die? Like, did the sunflower die?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
It died. It just died, and but he tried. But if he hadn't tried, he would have died there where he was supposed to die, where the others died,
And
and there was no water, no sun. It was toxic, so they would have been no more life. But he decided before dying, he attempted to escape, and he went to a brighter place where he could give more life even if he died, which he did, and then his seeds created more life, man.
no, I mean we're with you. Now my question would be: Is this what scientifically, biologically? I don't know what's the correct word there. Like,
Support it.
yeah, is there like some facts behind this, Cambar?
No facts, it's just a cartoon. My
Oh, I
god.
think man. He's like, I'm not inviting you guys ever again.
Edgar, can can we switch? Can Edgar come in?
Yeah, he's got some good
Bring
points.
him on board, man. Come on.
I guess it
Can
refers
you
to
read? Can you
choose
read what he
between-
said?
Yeah, I'm trying. I guess it refers to choose between staying where you are or trying to do better.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point right there.
He nailed it. He nailed it.
That's where it is. Exactly. I'll try to do better. Exactly.
make
Thanks,
sure-
Edgar. Thanks,
Thanks,
Edgar.
Edgar, because I think Cambar's not inviting us next time, man.
Shoot, bro. I expected
You should have, but you should have told us about the
Too
video
early?
before. I wasn't expecting it.
too
Yeah,
early in the
man,
morning.
you off guard, man. I mean, it's 10, 15, man. Come on, that's like
Hey, before we go, we got a question from
Oh.
Antonio Carrera. What's up? He says, "Hi, for you, okay? For us, for you. Which part of the USA has the worst pronunciation?"
I think that's a misconception. There is no right pronunciation per se. I wouldn't. I mean, I would not.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
would you
I don't
guys
know how
think?
he's trying to structure the question. Is this for like someone who is from a different country, or this is like the different accents and regions within the U.S.? Because a lot of people don't realize this, but there are different dialects in the U.S., just like in Mexico and any other country. So, I mean, I think if you were to like expand his question a little bit more, maybe we can answer it. I mean,
Probably I would go for the we have clear pronunciation. Probably that from a foreign a standpoint of view,
yeah, but as a
like
foreigner, that's like
as a foreigner, exactly. You
okay.
know, probably what he means is what's the less clear.
In which
You
part
know,
of you guys have the worst
like
pronunciation?
what's the least clear. I
Well,
would
I
say
mean, the either Massachusetts, Boston area, right? Getting the cat type of thing, and the southern, the country accent. I
Sure.
mean, I don't know if that's what he's meaning or trying to ask. I'm
like
assuming.
Georgia, in some
Oh
Alabama,
man, you better get real
Atlanta,
country right there, man. Real country right there.
yeah, yeah, some but like Oscar said, there are many dialects which you can, well, yeah, they distort the language, but that doesn't mean they're worse.
They're
But
right or wrong, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't
if
label them as worse, but yeah, if it goes too far away from the standard,
Exactly.
too many contractions or too many changes in the in phonetics,
well,
vowels and stuff, yeah, it could.
let's take the dictionary's pronunciation as the perfect pronunciation, and if you refer to that as the best pronunciation,
And they're all bad.
then exactly. But
Come on,
which goes furthest from that would
from the
be
standard.
all dialects in probably in all the south, but in the north they have bad pronunciation too. In like everywhere, like not which part I would say.
But that's a
Like
good
just
point.
to answer your question like that, like radically like that, I would say Georgia. n-
Yeah,
You
the
know,
southern states. Yeah.
this
No,
yeah,
we don't
this,
want people from the south to get offended or anything, right? Because then they'll be like, "Oh, you're talking about our accent."
Because
But
it's not bad. Like the thing is,
exactly,
exactly,
which is wrong with
exactly.
this is is labeling a pronunciation style as bad.
Yeah,
Not
but being
really bad.
dramatic.
I would call it challenging for non-native speakers, for example, or even native speakers. No,
and
if it goes too far away from the standard, as I said before, it could be challenging, but not necessarily
yeah,
bad.
and a point I'd like to add is we all have an accent. This is a fact.
Sure.
Definitely.
This is true. All of us. Native speakers have their own accent. Non-native speakers have their own accent. So, I honestly, guys, I'm still trying to understand what he's trying to ask. I mean, if you guys, understand him, kudos. But no offense, Antonio. But I'm still trying to
Antonio,
understand my.
remember that the word worst, I mean good and bad, is a perception description, you
Yeah.
know, and
You
it's a
know,
personal description. What's good for you is not good for me, and the other way around. So when you say good or bad, the best or the worst, it's always a personal perception. So
Subjective.
so
Subjective,
so
yeah.
for me, try I mean, and for this group, we have we can't say what's good and what's bad, but like 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 trying to, to match your feeling, like what's the worst, me, I would risk it, and I would say probably the southern accent, you know.
In, in the U.S.,
Right,
within the U.S. Okay.
right, right, there you go.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
that's
but
another topic for debate.
okay, yeah, probably, but that will have to be for next class. Okay, Neeson, give me a last comment. We're out in a minute.
oh, okay.
All right.
I think most people don't. Most people are not aware that something I mentioned to you. I think like 2 days ago. 90% of English conversations happening in English are not among native speakers. Just 10% of all conversations happening in English are from native to native. So, this thing about this notion of there being a correct accent or a correct pronunciation, etc., etc. It's a little
Subjective at times. Yeah, it's a good point.
it's old fashioned. You know,
All
the
right.
world has changed, and English does not belong
Probably
to the
we will
native
have this
speakers.
debate next podcast because I think there is correct and incorrect, but I don't think there's good and bad, but I think there is
Debatable.
correct and incorrect.
Well,
So,
I think
but
that's our topic for next week, right there. The
There you
sure,
go.
importance of
we'll debate accents next week. Oscar
yeah.
Cruz, tell us your last comment.
Well, my last comment is, this is a great start. It's a great kickoff. I think it's something we expected, so it's a good start. We can build from this. Look forward to participating here more often. We'll see how often that can be. And I would like to say that communication works for those who work at it, right? And this is what I tell a lot of the people that I've worked with, worked for. You have to work at it, and like Nissan said, there's no perfect formula or perfect standard for pronunciation or languages, but the communication that occurs does occur between people who are non-native, and the idea is how can I communicate effectively? And the only way to communicate effectively is to practice, guys. So this is a good venue where many people can practice. So that's what I would wrap this up with: practice, practice.
Sure, sure. Well, I just want to thank you both. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. We're going to be here every Friday, all Fridays until we die. We're going to be here.
Thank you, man.
So
Appreciate that.
Whatever happens first.
no,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, forget
I'm never
everything.
gonna die, so I might be here forever. So don't worry about it. So
Oh,
just
okay.
tune
Twilight.
in. Tune in and be part of us because we want to be part of you too. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like to the Facebook page, and like Oscar says, this is a great kickoff. Thanks for being here, and you guys. Next time, I want to see you commenting more, and I want to see one or two of you here in the podcast with us sharing screen. Okay, so that was it for today. Thank you very much. See you next.